Hello and welcome! Are you noticing some issues with your WorldDryer SMARTdri or SMARTdri Plus hand dryer? No worries. We'll go through some troubleshooting steps to get your dryer functioning properly again. Remember, disconnect power before performing service. Only a qualified service technician or licensed electrician should perform service to SMARTdri series hand dryers. Failure to disconnect the power source before servicing can result in serious injury or death from electric shock. Always disconnect the power source before servicing the dryer. Here are some common problems that may signal a need for maintenance. The dryer fails to start. The dryer is too loud. The dryer air output is slow. Or the dryer temperature is too cool. First, let's gather some of the tools you'll need to complete your maintenance. First, check the circuit breaker. If the circuit breaker is turned off, turn the circuit breaker back on. Once you've turned the circuit breaker on, check for dryer operation. If the dryer starts, your problem is solved. Servicing the dryer may involve removing the cover. Remove the dryer's cover using the security hex wrench. Turn the cover screws clockwise to loosen. Remove the cover. If power is confirmed and the dryer fails to start, let's check for a locked out or defective sensor. First, confirm there are no objects or reflective surfaces less than 18 inches below the dryer. The dryer must be installed at least 18 inches above a sink, countertop, or similar surface. Next, inspect the sensor lens. When powered, a faint red LED light should be visible through the sensor lens. A continuous visible light indicates the dryer is in standby mode or vandal-resistant lockout mode. A flashing light every 2 to 3 seconds indicates the sensor is detecting hands or an object. Using a phone's camera or a small mirror can aid when viewing the sensor lens LED. Turning off the room lights can also make the light more visible. If the power supply to the dryer is confirmed and there is no visible light through the sensor lens, you'll need to replace the main PCB or printed circuit board, transformer, and sensor. If a continuous visible light is observed through the sensor lens and the dryer will not activate, the sensor could be in lockout mode. The anti-vandal sensor locks out operation if hands or foreign objects are detected in the sensing area for longer than normal drying times. The sensor will remain locked out as long as the objects are detected. Removing hands or foreign objects from the sensing area will return the dryer to normal operation. Clean the sensor lens with a soft, damp cloth and mild cleaning agent that's safe for plastics. If a flashing visible light is detected through the sensor lens, it indicates the sensor is detecting the presence of hands or a foreign object. If a flashing light is observed through the sensor lens, but there are no foreign objects or reflective surfaces closer than 18 inches below the dryer, you'll need to replace the main PCB. If the dryer still does not start, it could be because the motor is not functioning or has reached the end of its service life. Inspect and replace the motor as necessary. If you've diagnosed that the dryer is too loud or too slow, you'll need to adjust the dryer's speed. The factory setting for the dryer speed is high. Remove the wiring compartment cover to access the adjustable controls. If you've diagnosed that the dryer is too loud, select a slower dryer speed. If you've diagnosed that the dryer's air output is too slow, select a faster dryer speed. If you've diagnosed that the dryer's air temperature is too cool, confirm the dryer's heating switch is on and properly functioning. The factory setting for the dryer heat controls is on. Remove the wiring compartment cover to access the heat switch. The dryer's heat switch can be positioned on or off. Try changing the heat switch position and notice if the dryer air temperature changes. If the dryer air temperature does not change, replace the main PCB. If the dryer's air temperature does change noticeably with a change in the heat switch position, the dryer's heating is functioning properly. If the heat is functioning and the dryer's air is still too cool, try selecting a slower dryer speed. The air temperature increases when a slower dryer speed is selected. Reinstall the wiring compartment cover. Reinstall the dryer cover using the security hex key. Turn the cover mounting screws counterclockwise to tighten, just until they're snug. Do not over-tighten the screws. Well, that just about does it. Thank you for watching this troubleshooting video for the World Dryer SMARTdri and SMARTdri Plus hand dryers. We hope you found this information useful. If you need additional support, please reach out to our World Dryer customer care team. For other installation and troubleshooting videos, visit the Zern channel on YouTube. Thank you.